Hey, well, Simple Simon Sorghum beer is progressing. Things are looking up. Cole crashed it for a day and a half, and already it's looking much better. Gosh, it's gone from looking like this caramel milkshake to at least a cloudy beer now. And you won't be able to see it on the camera, but there must be an inch of sludge in the bottom of this fermenter. Gosh, it's crazy. So anyway, I'm now going to the next step. Just prepared my gelatin. Yep, front of the camera. You might not quite see this, but just checking the temperature. Aiming for 65 degrees. Here we go. Simple Simon. His gelatin. Is gelatin gluten free? Fuck. I think it's made from pigs, isn't it? Made from animals? I think so. We'll find out. Hard work making this gluten-free beer. Anyway, back into the fridge to back in the fridge to cold crash for another week, I reckon, and we'll see how she goes. Hopefully we'll be getting close then. Simple Simon's been just chilling after I put the gelatin in, which is gluten-free, by the way. I looked it up just to double check it. Yes, it's made from animal products and it's gluten-free. Thank fuck for that. But look at that trube. For a beer that doesn't have, you know, shitloads of hops and whatever, and that's secondary. Anyway, cold crashing, gosh, and gelatin worked awesome. So I'm going to just take a little test tube off, little beaker, have a taste. Better not taste too much. We're getting down in volume because of all these fucking beakers and milkshakes and shit that I've had before. But anyway, I think it's starting to look a bit like beer. So I might be getting close to bottling this for a bit. So let's rack off a little bit and have a look. Well, just brought you outside so we get a bit of light. It's by no means clear, but it is 1000% on what it was before. Before it really looked like it was milk. So now it looks like a wheat beer or something like that, you know. Hefeweizen, is that right? Not the best thing to be sampling with, but I'm sure I can still get a little hint of the honeys-esque in there. It's coming on. It has definitely got a tartness, like it's not bad tartness. It's like a cider. I've made a sorghum, a gluten-free beer that tastes like cider. Yeah. Apple, but it's not. What is that off flavour that you get from green apple? But I don't think that's it. I think we went with Nelson Sauvin on the hops, and I think that's what it is. It's like thinking it's apple, but it's a tropical fruit, like a slightly unripe tropical fruit. And a sharpness, which I think I described before too, that's at the back, but it's quite refreshing actually. Very dry, very dry. I wasn't expecting that from this stuff. Nothing like, I mean, I only had a few gluten-free beers, In fact, I think I've only had one, which is an Australian one, and it was a lager too. But well, this though is an ale. So, but it tasted, the lager that I had, the lager version was very different. This is quite refreshing. I can drink this in summer. The only thing, it's really dry. It's probably, it almost makes your tongue feel floury in a way. I don't think that's too bad, too shabby. I don't think there's much more I'm going to be able to do for this. I'm going to try and gelatin it again. I don't know. And that's carved up though. If I gave that to someone, I'd like to know, I might do that as an experiment and get them to tell me what they think that is. If it's beer or cider, I reckon people will think that that's cider. Put it side by side with my turbo cider, see what they reckon. Man. Okay. It's better than, I reckon that tastes better than the sorghum beer that I have tried. Quite punchy. Anyway, I'm starting to rab it on. Don't know what the head retention will be like. Who knows, because there's nothing but just sorghum extract in there. No wheat, no dextrose, or no carapils or anything that you would think it would add to body. And it doesn't taste thin actually either. No, it doesn't taste thin. I don't think it's going to have much of a head. It looks like it's going to act like a cider in the glass. Should be able to get some fizz to it, but not much of a head. Anyway, got to think about what I'm going to do here. Make a decision whether I contemplating it, racking it into a tertiary and hitting it with gelatin one more time, wondering what that'll do, or do I just bottle it now and sort of, yeah, let it sit for a while. Alright, made a decision. We're going to rack into tertiary. Gonna leave all that shit behind, and I'm gonna hit it with gelatin one more time. I'm making this beer for a friend. Well, you've seen some of the footage. For Binzi. Fucking hell, Binzi. You're making me work, mate. But I want this, it's tasting okay, so I want it to look good and see how good we can make this beer. So I don't know if this will make any difference. If it doesn't, well, fuck it, you're just getting a cloudy beer. If it does, well, then you're going to get a slightly clearer beer. I'm going to let it, well, I'm going to rack it, add some more gelatin, leave it for, it'll probably be about one more week, no more than a week by the time I get to it, maybe not even that, 4 or 5 days I reckon it'll be. Back in the fridge, cold crashing, and then I'm going to bottle it. So then we've got a couple of weeks, and by that time, well, it'll be ready, and so will be the other beer that we made on the same day, a real man's beer, the Red Dog Ale, Alpha Dog clone, the Brew Dog Alpha Dog clone that I have called Red Dog in honor of Tiny from Off Tap Brewing, who's just gone fucking off tap now lately. Anyway, let's get back to work.
In heaven there is no beer, that's why we drink it here. And when